Good afternoon, villagers. You're watching PTV. How are you doing? It's Arnie and Puppetry Villas here. Just setting some stuff up here in my space, and we'll be good to go. Hope you're all doing well. It is good to have you here. Let me see who's here in the chat. I see Mike Wheeler. Of course, he says first. Candy Mom, thank you for being here. Cindy, it's always a pleasure. Pam's fam, thank you. Lena. Oh, Lena, prayers are still going out. Thank you. My heart's just breaking for you. I am so sorry. Pearl Manhattan, good to see you. And let's see what else is happening here. Pam's fam, I want my PTV. Cindy's saying the same thing. You know, we really will have. Oh, Sam says hi. Thank you, Sam. And Rob Fuzz, thank you for joining. You know, Charlie, good to see you here. Disney Nerd Herders. Someone's been requesting that we do some t-shirts with I want my PTV. We are working on things like that, so look for new things to come. Come the new year, 2020, we'll have something set up so you'll be able to purchase some shirts for Puppetry Villa. Hello, Trix. Thank you for joining. It's a rainy day here in the Bay Area. I'm not going to lie. I'm really enjoying it. Oh. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, you know, we'll do so. Hey, Disney Circus Girl, thank you for joining. Good to have you here. So it's just one of those days. Yes, Arnie in an astronaut suit. I missed that, Charlie. What was going on there? I missed it completely. Say hello to I totally missed that. Okay. Oh, MTV. Gotcha. I understand. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I'm on the same page, Charlie. Got it. I like that. This is the first live stream ever I've been able to watch on TV. It's sad that I find it exciting. No, Disney Circus Girl. I find it exciting. I'm so glad that you found us on, and you're now on TV there. That's great. Oh, go ahead, Candy Mom, send that tracking. I'd be very happy to see that. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I have a little bit of information here in the world of Disney. I couldn't find very much, but I'll share what I found. Trying to avoid births and deaths like that because I find a lot of that. Oh, goodness. Rob Fuzz, it's always good to see you here. Let's see. It is December 4th, 21 days until Christmas. It's time for your daily dose of Disney. 1942. On December 4th, 1942, Disney released yet another Goofy short. And this one was How to Fish. Although that cartoon, if I remember right, it's more like he's teaching you how not to fish. But that's generally how the Goofy cartoons go because I'm a big fan. Yeah, definitely. Kay Atwood, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. It's always nice to have you, Kay. Oh my goodness. You know, there's certain things that happen. I found some listings of like TV shows that were on like Disneyland and on the Wonderful World of Disney, things like that. When I do a little search in history on doing my online search. You know what? Let's not bother with any of that. Let's just move forward and go on to, believe it or not, we're going to move all the way forward to 1998. On this day in 1998, it refers to 1931 because a Mickey Mouse doll was on sale. And it's like one of those original 1931 dolls. I mean, these things are ancient, so they're rare. One sold at auction at Christie's house in a teddy bear auction on this day in 1998, and it sold for about $7,200. That's significant. That's a lot of money for Mickey Mouse. So, you know, I would love to have something like that sometime. 1999, there was a television show that ran on KCOP, Channel 13. That's the channel in Los Angeles. It was called the Disneyland Holiday Celebration. It was a 1-hour special hosted by Ryan Seacrest. I bring this up because this was one of those shows where they featured a lot of the entertainment that is on Main Street. Things like the Dapper Dans, the carolers that are there, but one in particular It's a guy named Rod Miller. Rod Miller was the ragtime piano player at the refreshment corner at Disneyland. The Coca-Cola refreshment corner is on, if you're walking down from Town Square up to Sleeping Beauty Castle, the refreshment corner is going to be on the left-hand side, pretty much where I believe, I think Casey's is there in Magic Kingdom. But it's the refreshment corner. Rod Miller was a very creative ragtime piano player, and Ben and I used to hang out there a lot and talk with him and listen to him. Oh, thank you, Sam. Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. Really appreciate that. We always appreciate having our village expand. Thank you so much. So Rod Miller was an excellent ragtime player. I mean, he could play any song in ragtime style. He was just that good. But in particular, he would always tell stories to us, especially on his downtime. He would just, stop playing, and then he'd talk to the guests in the park, and Ben and I would often ask him different questions about things. And my favorite thing that I remember asking him was, what was your funniest, I would say, funniest experience at Disneyland? And in this case, somehow a horse got loose on Main Street, and he was there when it happened. So he saw the horse walking down the street. The horse actually got away from the the horse-drawn carriages, and it wandered into the crystal shop, the china shop on Main Street. They had to shut down that store for a while so they could fix all the damage that the horse caused when it went inside. But have you ever heard the expression bull in a china shop? At Disneyland, it was a horse in a china shop. It really happened. So that's Rod's best story that happened at Disneyland. He retired years ago, but I still remember. Yeah, exactly, Sam. Exactly. So that was Rod Miller, his best story there. I loved being there at Disneyland. We'd always get a lot of information like that. That's how I learned a lot about Disneyland, just hanging out there and asking cast members a lot of questions, at least anything that they could remember or experienced personally. When I was there in the 90s, there were still a lot of cast members that worked there when Walt was alive. So it was very fortunate that I had that opportunity to do that. Oh, Mike Wheeler, thank you for reminding me on that one. If you want to share your decorations online, say you have a favorite tchotchke for Christmas that you put out, perhaps it's a homemade ornament of some type, we would love to see you post that on our social media or on your personal social media, but tag it, #PTVChristmas. We would love to do that because we're doing a show and tell episode on Monday night, and I would love to be able to show some of the pictures that people have posted on their Instagram or Twitter or Facebook. So remember, #PTVChristmas. I'd love to see your pictures on our show next Monday night when we do PTV Live at 10 p.m. Eastern. Let's get back to the news here. Also in 1999, animator and Imagineer Mark Davis was interviewed for a special about Walt Disney, his life and so forth. He was one of Walt's original 9 old men. He was an apprentice who started as an apprentice animator with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in, I believe, 1935. So he was with Disney for decades, and he was key in creating the Haunted Mansion and the Country Bear Jamboree, the Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, his stamp of approval is all over some very, very well-loved classic attractions at Disneyland and Walt Disney World. But he did an interview on this day in 1999, and sadly, in 2000, he passed away about 5 weeks later. So this was most likely his last interview. So that's that story there. 2001. I mentioned this one because yesterday I mentioned the Mickey Mouse tin of the Walt Disney Treasures DVD sets. They're very hard to find. Occasionally you'll find one on sale on eBay, but they were on sale. The first year I believe they started them was in 2001. That was the year that Doug and I started collecting them. It was the first time I remember seeing them. It was that year that they did 4 releases. They released Mickey Mouse in living color. They did like half of his cartoons in color that were there. And then they also released another DVD set called Disneyland USA, another one called Silly Symphonies, and the complete Davy Crockett televised series. So anything Davy Crockett was in that DVD set. Like I said, they're very hard to find. They're 2-disc sets, but if you can find one, snatch them. They're really worth it, unless you're not into collecting DVDs. Me, I am. I have over 900 titles in my collection, but that's me. So, okay. Arnie, I know something might have happened on this date in 1901. Walt's mom was in the hospital. You know what? You're probably right, Mike. You're probably right. Mrs. Disney was probably in the hospital at this time in 1901. So that was the story of 2001, the DVD set called Walt Disney Treasures. I just loved them. 2012, Walt Disney Studios has done a negotiation. And this was, I bring this up because I think of Disney Plus and the negotiation they had to go through with Starz and with Netflix. In 2012, they actually had done a negotiation with Netflix. And they were going to say a completed deal where Netflix would be the exclusive distributor at that time of streaming television for Disney movies, things for Pixar and Marvel as well. So that was in 2012 on December 4th. And it was replacing a pact that they had with Starz. And Starz, of course, at this time had, I think it was The Force Awakens that they had in their arsenal, their library of videos that they could show on their channel. But they had an agreement with Disney that they would relinquish the control of that film. And then they would take that, but I think there was an ad that would run singly for some people that actually signed up for Disney Plus on opening day 3 weeks ago. Man, has it already been 3 weeks? I guess so. I still have to finish watching the episodes of The Mandalorian. I haven't even started that one, and I haven't watched the last 2 episodes that I've posted of the Imagineering story. I really should. I've been told that I would love them, so I need to get my act together and watch some television. Anyway, 2015, 2 weeks ahead of the premiere of a huge anticipated film. It was called Star Wars: The Force Awakens. 2 weeks before that happened, Hollywood Studios had a new area called, it was the Star Wars Launch Bay. It opened at the Animation Courtyard on this day in 2015, 4 years ago. So that was it. And finally, 2018, last year on this day, Neil Patrick Harris was the narrator for the Candlelight Procession. Now, I really wouldn't make a big deal about people that are doing the Candlelight Processional at Epcot or at Disneyland. But in this case, it was a big deal because this was the first time that Disney Parks had actually streamed it. They did a live stream of Candlelight Procession with Neil Patrick Harris on this day. It began at 5:10 in the afternoon Pacific, 8:10 in the evening on the East Coast. So it was found on, I think it was Disney Parks blog that they did it. So Disney Parks went ahead and streamed for the first time the Candlelight Procession last year in 2018, and the host was Neil Patrick Harris. So if you want to ask anyone a trivia question, talk about Candlelight Procession at Epcot in 2018. See if anyone knows that that was the first time it was streamed, and the fact that it was also Neil Patrick Harris. Coming up tonight on the Disney YouTube network. But before I get that, actually, I'd like to thank some people. I'd like to thank my support channels, D&G Explorers, Two Real Geeks, Rob Fuzz. They're all such a big support to us. Hello, Jeff of Only Passengers. Thank you for joining. It's great to see you. Jeff posts a daily vlog too, usually from the car, so go check him out. It is Wednesday, and on Wednesdays, we get, hey, Danny, Two Real Geeks. Speaking of one of my support channels. Danny, I hope you're having a great day. It's just about to announce Theme Park Fix. Danny, if you could drop that link in the chat, I'd really appreciate it. That way I know that which channel it's on. I don't remember if it's on your channel or if it's on Miguel, the annual pass holder. But tonight at 10 p.m., Theme Park Fix is going to be going live. But before that, 7 p.m., Disney Nerd Herders, they are doing a solo show tonight. They're usually interviewing someone or they have someone on the show. Tonight they're doing a solo. Oh, you're not streaming tonight. Okay, you're taking a break. Gotcha, you're out for a couple weeks. Thank you, Danny. Thanks for letting me know that. Okay. So Disney Nerd Herders, they're doing their Not Ready for Prime Time show at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, followed by D&G Explorers. They're going to be talking something about cruising whatsoever. In the world of cruising, Derek and Gregory want to know it all. They want to be able to share that information with you. If you have any questions for them, show up on their show tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern and ask them about anything cruising. They'd love to get a challenge and see what's going on with the world of cruising. Oh, Danny, you've been sick. I am so sorry. Oh, I'm not a very good sick person, so oh well. But Danny, I hope you're feeling better. It's good to see you. And then at 9 p.m., isn't that's going to be on Steve's World's channel tonight? And Mike, I know you told me what they were talking about. I think it's gingerbread houses that they're going to be building and holiday traditions. Sounds a lot like what we're going to be doing this month on Pepper Tree Villa. Let me explain a little bit about that. PTV live on Monday nights at 10 p.m. We are going to be talking about traditions of Christmas. We're doing a Christmas show and tell on Monday nights. So if you have an item you'd like to show, go ahead, put it on your social media, tag it, hashtag PTV Christmas. We'd love to share that on our channel on Monday night. Also, we have a few people that are going to be joining us live and sharing their 3 most treasured ornaments in their collections. I'm going to have a hard time with that one because I have so many to choose from. I have thousands of ornaments. It's going to be hard to narrow it down to just 3. And then we have, after that, that's going to be on December 9th. December 16th, the following week, Ben, Doug, and I will be doing a taste test, and we might actually invite some channels to join us on that one. I'm thinking More Sunshine Please, since he's really taken to taste sampling things for the different seasons. We'll be celebrating things like gingerbread, peppermint, eggnog, various cookies, things like that. Things that you can purchase, say, at Trader Joe's or at Target. We're going to do that taste testing and let you know what we can have, what you can have, what you'd probably like, what you might not like, or what Doug might not like. So, Lena, pick me, sure. Lena, yeah, we'll do that. We'll talk offline too, Lena. So yeah, definitely, let's go ahead and do that. But in the meantime, everyone, Ben is going to be dropping a video tomorrow morning. Oh, Greg, Expedition Greg, thank you for joining. And congratulations also on your petitioning for monetization. Greg, you really worked hard for that one. Congratulations. I'm certainly hoping it all goes well. I know I have to still do my petition. We hit our mark, but we still have not yet put in the application to monetize, but we will be doing that most likely tonight. Okay, so Ben's dropping a video tomorrow morning about Life with Ben. And I think he's going to be talking about, how to light a Christmas tree. I don't know exactly what his topic is because he's got like 3 or 4 videos in the works for this Christmas season. So I'm not exactly sure which one he's going to be editing and posting tomorrow morning, but it's going to drop tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. So I will be watching myself. It's going to be a surprise to me, I know, but I'm looking forward to it. Everyone, there's a lot happening tonight on YouTube. Go out and support our channels here in the Disney YouTube network. And if you're not sure what's on, go check it out with theliveplace.com. Dean does a wonderful job of supporting all of our channels, and he always posts the times and topics of our channels. So He also tells you what time they're going to be available. It's wonderful stuff. Dean has over 75 channels there that he now hosts, so it's a wonderful thing. Go check him out, theliveplace.com. Okay, everyone, that's it. That's all I have for the Daily Dose of Disney. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please do so on the way out. Really appreciate it. That always does help our videos. And in the meantime, everyone, enjoy everything out there on YouTube tonight, or maybe on Disney Plus, whatever you're doing. In the meantime, everyone, have a magical evening and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow with another edition of the Daily Dose, and Ben will see you tomorrow with Life with Ben. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye.